got my gavel. Carol Sue, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Ted Franklin.
Here.
Ron Miller.
Present.
Approval of minutes.
I have read them and they look good to me, and I make a motion we approve them.
I will second. It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor of approving the minutes as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? 2-0. Approval of claims.
I would make a motion we approve the April 12th claims totaling $221,892.83.
Second. Any discussion? Any questions? Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Passes on a vote of 2-0. Approval of licenses. There are none. Changes to the agenda. I would like to offer that we open the mowing bid proposals that were due this morning at 8 o'clock, and the time has been shut off. So we'll add that to the agenda if there's no objection.
I have none.
Okay. Old business. 529 Washington Street. Is there anybody here for 529 Washington Street? No? Okay. The Quigney property on Michigan Avenue. Deb, would you come up? It's my recollection that we asked the Quigneys to provide a timeline and to have it here by today. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
And
Have you
no,
heard
I do
anything
not.
from them?
I have not heard anything.
Nothing?
Since they were here the last time.
Not even a phone call?
No.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I remember distinctly last week we had asked the owners of 1000 East Broadway to provide a timeline. Did we hear anything with that?
He called and left a message last night. They've got some family medical things going on right now, and they haven't got it done yet. So they told me it might be a couple more days before they get it to me.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. We'll follow up on this when we get into your report. Thank you.
Huh?
There is no further old business. New business. A request for a curb cut 1212 Riverside Drive. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not at 12. It's for the Parks Department at Houston Park. It goes along with the development of the park. If there's any questions?
Make a motion we approve.
Okay, it's been, and I will second, it's been moved and properly seconded to allow the curb cut on Smith Street regarding the permanent entrance of Houston Park. Moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass it on a vote of 2-0. Another curb cut request, 421 Riverview Street. Owner's name is Sally Dexter, and it helps allow for realignment of the driveway.
Make a motion we approve.
And I'll second. It's been moved and properly seconded to allow a curb cut 421 Riverview Street. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 2-0. Dumpster request 536 Bates Street. This is to allow for clean out and prepare for an auction of the deceased owner of the property.
Make a motion we approve.
It's been moved, and I will second it. Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Dumpster request is granted. Acting Building Commissioner, Deb. Can you give us your report, please?
Okay. I did 6 building inspections this week, and I ordered 4 properties to appear. 716 North Street. The guy came in yesterday, couldn't speak much English. I told him what I needed. He put me on the phone with his son, and so they are planning on giving me a plan of action.
Okay.
They didn't quite understand what they needed to do. It's a garage, and
Okay.
it's really bad shape. 724 North Street's already gave me a plan of action, and they've pulled a permit to do the work.
Thank you.
604 Wheatland. He signed for the letter. Okay, he is here.
Okay.
Do you want to come up?
How you doing?
Pretty good today.
If you would, please state your name and address for the record.
William J. Carrier, and current address is 425 Minor Street. Currently here about the property is 604 Wheatland Avenue.
Okay, do you own the property?
I was buying it, but at this time I'm letting it go back.
Okay.
Been a lot of hardships and a lot of problems with the property, and I do want to deal with this problem that arose there, and I'd like to apply for an extension of time on that, maybe 60 days if possible, just to accommodate contractors, because it's the time of year they're getting swamped. And, should be able to do it a lot sooner, but I think 60 days is just an appropriate figure.
And you're going to allow the property to go back to, were you buying it on contract or through a bank?
No, through a mortgage company out of Texas.
Okay. And you can have us a plan of action within, say, by next week, and you anticipate having it finished within 60 days?
That's my anticipation, yes. I've made correspondence to 2 contractors. I'm waiting for them to get back to me and let me know what their agenda is and how soon they can get to it, but I should be able to tell you something in a week.
Okay. And Deb, what exactly is the...
And I'm sorry, I didn't give you pictures today. It's a garage.
Okay. Plan to tear it down, or...
Yes.
Yeah. Any discussion? Okay, if you would get the written plan of action to the building commissioner within the 7-day period with a beginning date and a finish date when you anticipate having it finished, and we'll gladly work with you. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you showing up to tell us what your plan is. I hope you can also appreciate the dilemma that we face in just trying to address some of these blighted properties.
Right,
And,
I do.
we certainly want to work with you and give you every opportunity, and we'd much rather you do it than us do it. So we're willing to work with you, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Okay.
William, could you please restate your last name?
Carrier, Carrier.
And what was your house number on Minor Street?
425.
425. Thank you. Thank you.
And the last one was 610 was Linden. It's an abandoned house. It's not in real great shape, but we have condemned it. I just asked them to appear, but we can't find the owner, so.
You know who the owner is?
Yes, it's Edward Roman and Robin Prince.
Okay. We don't have any contact information for them?
No, the only address I have is that address.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay.
I'll keep working on it.
Okay. Questions?
None.
All right.
Okay, then I did condemn a house Tuesday. Their order to appear May 3rd, but it's owned by a bank and it is full of mold. It's not safe for anybody to live in, but it's up for sale. So I contacted some realtors and I sent a copy to the realtor that has it, because
What's the address?
1807 East Market Street. The health department was there with us. They have since put a roof on it, but it's horrible. It's really bad.
Okay, and it is condemned?
Yes.
And you know the bank that holds the mortgage?
It is Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation out of Texas.
Have you been able to provide service to them? Notify them?
I sent them a certified letter, and I also sent a copy of it to the realtor that has the listing.
Okay. Questions?
None.
All right. Thank you.
And then get 13 permits.
Okay. Any questions?
None, I make a motion we approve her report. Busy
Okay.
week.
And I would second the motion. Any discussion? Been moved and properly seconded to accept the report of the building commissioner. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, Deb. Code enforcement officer. Hi, Deb.
Hello. We issued 4 violations, we cleared 6, and we sent out 3 certified notices. And we tagged 10 cars this week,
Wow.
and cleared 7, and we towed them.
Okay. Of that, of the 8 that were disposed of, 7 moved by the owner, 1 by the city. Was that number, did those 8 come out of the 10 that you tagged this week?
I don't think so.
No?
We gave them 20 days to move them.
Okay. Okay. All right. Any questions regarding code enforcement report?
Motion to approve.
I'll second. It's been moved and properly seconded to accept the code enforcement officer's report. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass on a vote of 2-0. Superintendent of Public Works is out at school today. I don't see anybody here representing that department. I've been in contact with Dan, and he said nothing outstanding to report this week. Chief of Police, Mike Clark. By the way, I'd like to congratulate Mike on being named as the permanent assistant chief, and look forward to working with you. Your report for the week, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any questions or?
Do you have an idea of the mileage on detective cars for March of 12 versus March of 11?
Yes, we were about 1,190 miles of savings for the month. I believe that, don't have the exact numbers in front of me, I believe that gets us close to 3,000, the upper 3,000s, close to around 4,000 for the year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe it's 5190, just doing the math in the top of my head.
There you go. All right.
But who's counting?
I was a little low.
All right. Okay. Any questions for the chief?
How's the hiring process coming?
Actually, we've assigned, we had a meeting last Friday with the pension board. We assigned all the applicants, or remaining applicants, to each of them for background checks, investigation into the background, credit checks and such. That's in the process. Plus, we voted, we're currently starting another hiring process, which we're accepting applications right now up until May 7th. We're going to have 2 processes running at once with the possibility of, to accommodate the possible retirements that we're going to have in the future and the number of officers that we possibly will hire this year.
Great.
So,
Thank you.
I would make a motion that we approve the chief's report.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Fire Chief Mark Strong.
Morning.
Morning.
My hiring process, we had, last week we had the agility test, and we invited 11 members to come and take the test. We had 9 show up. Of those 9, all passed and did a good job. So we are proceeding along with that. As far as training this week, we did a lot of different training. 3 members attended the ICS Incident Command System was given at the Sheriff's Department's 2-day class, and all 3 members passed that, so.
Okay. Any questions for the chief?
I have none.
Are there any further developments regarding the sidewalk? Is there the new trail that goes past? Is there any decision on that? Did you find any money in your budget to make those changes?
Well, the budget's pretty tight. First of all, there's 2 different options. One's for a little less than $1,700, and the other one, if they have to do option 2, is closer to $5,000. So I told them if we could do option 1, that I could afford that. But
Do you have any idea when you will know? I know that it's hard to get an answer from NDOT. They
yes,
just
it
don't
is.
return the phone calls.
I don't know. I talked to Mercedes yesterday, and I told her that, and my email is still down. She said she was going to send me some emails and some different stuff, so I have no idea.
Okay. If you would let me know as that develops, and we'll try to stay on top of it.
Okay, we'll do.
Questions for the chief? I make the motion we accept the chief's report.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Thank you, Mark. Now for the change to the agenda, we added the opening of mowing bids. Those are in possession of the city attorney. We'll allow him time to open those bids.
We have one bid from Gunter and Sons for $30 per city lot. We have a bid from Macmillan Cleaning Service for $50 per city lot. I guess we table this for a week so that we can look and make sure all the specifications have been met, specifically regarding insurance.
Okay. I would make the motion that we table the mowing bids for a period not to exceed 14 days. And give us time to review and analyze the bids.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes on a vote of 2-0. Board member comments?
I have none.
Board member Armstrong was very apologetic. She couldn't attend today. She's also attending an out-of-town school on city business. She will return next week. Visitor comments? Anybody? Okay.
Mayor?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. My city attorney sits in back of me because he always watches my back. But he told me that when I introduced Chief Clark, I introduced him as Assistant Chief Clark, and I apologize for that. That should have been Chief Clark. I'm so accustomed to calling him Assistant Chief that it just slipped. So congratulations, Mike. Congratulations are in order for 2 things this week. One of them being promoted to Chief, and
The other thing.
and the other thing. Okay, no visitor comments. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?